Daring Don't. An episode that, while I loved, others, including some of the well-known analysts of the show, didn't like so much. And while I can completely understand their quips about the episode, I don't share them. The main reason for that being, I'm not an analyst. I leave that to the people that are actually good at it, while I just enjoy the episode, flaws and all. However, after watching the episode, I thought of something that would explain things like how the Daring Do events could be real without anyone else actually knowing about them, or why Daring insisted on working alone in the presence of an alicorn princess. Daring Do's adventures are fake. Think about it. Something Digibrony commented on in his analysis of the episode was, if Daring Do was writing about her adventures as they happened, how could she possibly set accurate due dates for her books? Another thing he mentioned was, with the consequences of Daring Do failing to stop Zodel being as severe as they were, why in her right mind would she turn down the help of 6 ponies, one of which being an alicorn? Because there was no real danger. Over the past couple years, an underground business that has grown fairly popular is executive kidnapping. This service involves customers paying to be kidnapped. Although it may seem very real, that's what you're paying for, and you aren't in much real danger. The companies also have other possible scenarios, like home break-ins, ransoms, and stalkers. Now, what if Daring Do's adventures were like these? First of all, if Owie Need a Band-Aid was planning on letting Daring Do die here, why didn't his furry feline army just rip her to shreds? Sure, back when we thought Daring's adventures were fictional, it made sense that they'd put our pony Indiana Jones in a near-death situation, only for her to find a last-minute way out. This worked because our heroine was never meant to die. However, in this scenario, the tiger probably would have had a nice meal, unless Daring Do was never supposed to be in any real danger. Next, if this specific adventure held as much of a consequence for failure as it did, it seems unlikely that Daring Do wouldn't accept the help of 6 ponies, again, with one of them being a freaking alicorn princess, unless she knew there wasn't any actual danger and she didn't want anyone finding out that her adventures were all fake. This exchange of dialogue here was, although entertaining, not exactly how one would probably talk in front of someone trying to kill them. As awesome as Daring is in this scene, this kind of flirting with death is expected in movies or books, not in real life. Maybe I wouldn't comment on this point if Daring Do had joked with the main 6 in a similar fashion, but she was very cold towards the other ponies, while she joked with Zodel as if he was an old friend. The last thing is the fact that Miss Yearling, like other authors, sets due dates for her books. If she's writing these stories as the events are taking place, how could she know when they would end unless she knew exactly what would take place and when it would happen? Even if she announced a new book when another adventure started, she can't know what events will take place and how long they will take. Now let's rewind to before DD was famous. Meet Daring Do, a young pony that craves adventure. She loves the thoughts of caves and artifacts and secrets. But of course, she doesn't want any actual threats in her life, so all she has is her imagination. Eventually, she decides that she doesn't want just her old boring life anymore, so she hires Zodel. Daring pays Zodel to help her create these adventure-like scenarios where she can live out her fantasies without actually being in any danger. But Zodel doesn't work cheap. To make some money, Daring Do makes a fake identity, aka Yearling, and starts writing about her fake adventures. She manages to get her book onto bookstore shelves, and it becomes insanely popular. This makes it easy for Daring Do to pay Zodel, so she can continue to escape from her boring real life. Then, as the events of this fake adventure pan out, she simply writes about them. Everything goes great until these 6 ponies show up, demanding that she finish the next installment pronto. Inconveniently, these 6 ponies happen to show up at the same time Zodel's buddies had arrived for the next part of the story. They then insist on helping her, but if they do, they might find out that it's all fake, so she declines their offer. However, the Rainbow One won't get lost, so Daring acts as if the help is actually appreciated, even though she's never in any real danger. In an attempt to satisfy her fangirl, Daring finishes the story and puts Rainbow Dash in it, hoping the Rainbow Mane pony won't show up again. So that's a theory that would explain some of the quote-unquote problems with Daring Don't. Personally, I'm perfectly fine just enjoying the episode and leaving the critiquing and analyzing to the guys that are actually good at it. But this is just a theory that would make sense, although it's more than likely not what the writers were thinking. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Exploding Twice.